everyone, I'm Angel Wu. Welcome to Taiwan is my home. Japanese always had some special ways of blending Western cuisine like fried noodles and bread. At first, it's made for needs for lacking of rice. But after many years, it became a featured delicacy of Japan. And Taiwan now can eat the local taste of Kansai. And to our first guest today, there is taste of fulfilled dream also after middle age. Yes, his sweet bread will add some honey flavoring. This is olive oil. Chef Tama prepared ingredients neatly, precisely measured, and Japanese flour, catered sugar. The cost to make this bread is high. Actually, it's okay, just less profit. But more important is let everyone can eat assuredly. Because ourselves eat often too, he pays more attention to the ingredient. Exquisite ingredient mixing in the pot at hand, you reminds disciples points to remind of. By hand gestures at the same time, wife Kang told us to make good bread needs to be troublesome sometimes. And you is not scared of this was an engineer of technology company then. Felt this person is really nice and say no bad habits. But it's not seeing out at first sight. We are friends for long, then start seeing out. This is a story of their story. 10 years ago, just studied abroad from Tokyo. Kang, who worked in the hotel then, is assigned to take care of Japanese engineers who are delegated here. Yu is one of them. Cross-cultural love started in calmness and firmly. The working atmosphere of him is like this. Seldom talk, only rub the doff silently. Then the CO2, then when the yeast is active, then CO2 it makes when it's open, the skin what plast open, then can have the floated thing. Don't need the baking powder and stuff. Not using those stuff requires skills, but why would an engineer understand all this? Kang said he is very interested in bakery then. After marriage, the 7-8 years long stay in Kyoto, Yu loved to cook when he's vacant. So 7 years ago, company management declined when Yu is required to retire earlier. The reactions are different to others. Of course, I'm happy because I thought can come back to Taiwan. She was actually excited then. Doesn't speak much, he looked a bit severe. But then we not only once see him prepare ingredients, moving bakery tools, lively steps, swift as dancing. Kang said because he really loved the life of making bread. Normally, for Japanese to quit a job, then stop, then retire early, really need big courage. Because I think he have a dream, chance to fulfill dream came, Yu did not forget about reality. Just 40 then, children still young, dreams still needed to be changed into firm income. So he went to professional baking school seriously, go to school in the morning, go to bakery at night as a disciple. What's great is that Kang goes to school too. Now the most popular bread in the shop, fried noodle bread, is the result of their efforts. We require cleanliness. People in Tainan is picky about food. He requires much to this. Oh really? Yes, hygiene, high request. Actually, Kang herself had high requests on work too. We can see her neatness in processing meat. Done, she reminded not too much oil for Japanese yakisoba. A bit white pepper for flavoring local taste come for this. Pork fillet sauce of Japan that she loved. Really Japanese taste, so sometimes when we finish making the bread, rest of the noodle will have it. His own taste of home. Thanking his considerate mind for her homesickness, she did all her best to make taste of home for him. Delicate but firm bread, cut, filled with Japanese mayonnaise, placing noodles boldly. Can eat with red ginger. It's said Japanese from Tainan would specially come to eat. They'd say how memorable. But what Japanese come to buy most memorable is not this. It's fried pork fillet sandwich. This size of butter toast paste on mustard, put in thick pork fillet sauced with Japanese pork fillet sauce, put on another piece of toast. Simple ingredients, flavor is blended wonderfully. We're curious what secret lies in this. Crispy outside and soft pork inside. Kang smiled shyly. She learned it in her 8 years of housewife life in Japan. To use what kind of meat, then how to take out the... It's all what there is a way for housewives. But the bread the couple puts efforts in, at first they did not sell very well. Not because product is not good, but consumers don't know good bread then. They think, why are your bread all that small? Why your bread is not fragrant enough? Meeting this kind of obstacle would become, we had to explain to the customer because we don't use baking powder and stabilizers, so if the bread naturally fermented, it would only become that big. Not fragrant enough is because we don't add flavoring essence and chemistry ingredients. Good food eaten, the body feels it. When they just opened, it's near my house. And because my daughter bought their toast for the first time, it's milk toast, saying, "Mom, try this. It's really different with others." Then I went to buy some. Then I really felt, compared to other bakeries, it's really wonderful. Then I went there every day, giving good friends and relatives. She bought so much that she became friends already. This Mrs. Lin is a familiar face here. At first, we went straight calling Mrs. Kang to her, but Mrs. Kang is actually one on the right. At first, coming back, stress is bigger, and I was used to it now, have stable customers. Spread reputation, my daughter requests healthiness. My son-in-law, he won't accept any additives, that's him. Then gone through, owner sold the house, moving times with thousands of hardships, but thinking it's a chance to fulfill dream in their afterlife, the couples insist is to make good bread. I think if it's insisting, if you do it seriously, people would still understand you. People in Tainan are quite passionate. Some would think we did it in hardship. They come by 10 or more for gifting. We come all the way like this. By these old customers, then these friends. In the old customers, there are young friends. He is grandson of Mrs. Lin, would recommend these breads for his teachers when he's in kindergarten. I gave everyone. They all would be happy, really. It's very delicious. Oh, why would you want to help recommend? To let the business better. Now not only business is good, this shop is full of friends. Chatting, another big-sized student came out, recommend yakisoba bread again. One time, my mom bought this bread back. Then I had it, felt it's quite delicious. And before we had it in other places, all are dry, not as delicious as this shop. Though this bread looks simple, but the salty and sour taste is quite balanced. Big amount of vegetable broth, refreshing taste. Just that he is incredible. I eat more than two. More than two, yeah. Not that we like to be surprised, yakisoba bread is more than 200 grams each. Support from so many friends, the couple thanked from their hearts, wanted to spread this support feeling out too. So this bakery started to sell rice balls too. There is a Japanese student here. She don't have much money, so they let her sell breakfast in front of our bakery shop. I made it with her. Never thought the rice balls would sell so well. Everyone spread reputations as some drive from a far place. Want to help that student specially. It's actually an unintended incident. Oh, so that student went back? Oh, she married to a Taiwanese already, just gave birth to a child. The charm of this land would stick people to it. Customers are attracted to good taste, want to buy and eat, so continue to make the rice balls. Before we shoot it, a pot of rice is used and sold out. Mrs. Kang had fast moves. We're happy about their success. Thank you, Mom. It's better now. Not bad, not bad. The business is not bad. Mrs. Kang said besides money, there are to harvest. She studied architecture design in university. This long-shaped shop can let her design a dazzling pink shop of bread, light food, and cute stuffs of Japan. My life really grew to know a lot of things, relationships, then discovered actually everyone is really nice, kind, hearted people would gather with kind-hearted people. He said the 5 years coming back to Taiwan, the happiest thing is to enjoy family life. Saying because he become owner himself, time is more free, would see children every day. Then can see children happily grow. This is the happiest thing to him. Homeland is a place to be assured and happy of. The couple's homeland bread and Japanese flavoring, they're a taste of dream and home. Welcome back to Taiwan is my home. The hot wave of Football World Cup a while before should make everyone quite impressed. Just that now seemed nothing happened. But our newcomer guest from Turkey never gave up. He poured all his efforts into this soccer desert, plowing and harvesting. On the sides of Taipei Field Arena, Wu went in and out, busy. Asked to take the stick here, but he isn't field manager but a coach. In the coming finals of Mulan Cup is a rare women's soccer competition in Taiwan. SCSC that Wu brought along is one of the participating teams. They would be on the field of the afternoon. He himself had to prepare everything. I did this willingly. I wouldn't think what others would say, how would others would think. I'll do what I want. They say, Coach, don't need to do all this, but I can't. Can't control because he loves soccer too much. Good that there's helper who helps him, but this big boy is not any team stuff. But son of Wu's, Wu Yuanting. "14 years ago, Wu started this already. Every Sunday brought a small team to play soccer. Good. Great moves on the right. Wu from Turkey grew up in the soccer environment, met Taiwanese wife Wu in his studies in Germany. Went across the sea, had a home in here. Busy, but he never forgot the love for soccer. I opened a company after coming here because I had to earn money for life. After opening, I've been busy for a while because from zero, the first task is being busy. 7 to 8 years, no time for soccer. My son is born in 1996. When he is 3-4 years old, I brought him to the Suifang Elementary School. We kick soccer with him as sport teacher there. He saw us. He said he wanted a ball team too. Can you teach here? He asked. Actually, it's not bad. I like soccer very much. Like this, from just teaching one to a group. 1 year after another, new kids add in continuously. Now Wu is in university now. Become assistant in the club. Quite thank him to have this team. Like I don't have siblings, so say these teammates would make me feel like a new family, feel not so lonely. At least there's always someone who'd say, let's play soccer. So my childhood is quite happy. Seeing kids practice balls, looking very happy, but Wu told us Dad was a devil coach, especially fierce to the son, him. Being his child is like showing to the others, yes, because more severe to me, others players would be warned too. Won't take it easily. At that time, our competition is much more severe. Every team is competitive. At first, when I teach balls, I'm very, very severe. it would be scold or beat, but I had tough requests. If they can't do this for 20 times, they can't have recess time like that. But teammates then placed great moves. They took a championship in Taiwan. They even went out for Korean Cups, but I see them are unhappy. They are great but unhappy. Championship great skills is not one who would want it most. He said he loves soccer and hoped everyone could like this sport as he does. After thinking for some years, Wu's way to lead the team changed a lot. Why can't cooperate? No interactions. Yeah, no communications. You run here, I run there. How should we communicate? How to communicate? There are many ways. Can be seen by eyes, spoken by mouth. When he let us kick soccer, there's a assured feeling you won't have stress when you play soccer. Before, coach was rectangle-faced, fierce, then kick soccer directly. Now I think coach is very kind and the whole team is happy. Another wisdom, his goodness of mind, children can feel it. Clever and active children are hard to control, but Wu really don't want to control them. Since then, he hoped they can learn good soccer skills. Now he hopes kids can learn cooperation. What's more important? Attitude. Our aim isn't if they kick well or not, they take championships. Our aim is look at two kids who had no relationships at all outside. Coming here, aim is the same. If they can cooperate or not. If they can, things in student life have deep emotions too in soccer. Wu put down work then, gave wife all, become soccer volunteer himself. Wu, who took down financial burden, supported his passion from heart without any mourning. Mainly, I think it's because his actions touched me. Because I think foreign person, the efforts he paid to we Taiwanese makes me think as a Taiwanese, it's just letting him do alone to it. Then I think at least I'd feel bad to my conscience. So his efforts paid, I would accompany him. Of course, it's because he's really good to me. Wife, sons, full support let Wu put all his heart to Taiwanese football. These years, Wu had another identity as the coach of women's soccer team of Taipei's SCSC. This is a soccer team of women's student workers. I think Taiwan can develop PE, a good country. Actually, there's everything here. You see, the field is nice. We don't have spikes before, nothing. We used normal shoes for soccers and also don't have a ball before. Put in socks and another sock becomes a small ball. You see, we have everything. Wu always thanked and cherished his blessings. He felt sorry for Taiwanese women soccer athletes. Keeping score is to going to university but lost their stage after graduation. It's too bad. Wu thinks Taiwanese women's soccer is not bad in world ranking. If he can make a women's soccer team, maybe he can help these girls who love soccer find goal of future. Zhang is a big senior in the team, using afterward time to practice bowls. The environment in Taiwan now, soccer is really deserted. No coach is willing. Said in a harsh way, even boys don't. How about girls? Because girls are always not taken in account usually. Mainly boys because I think coach really paid a lot of efforts on us. Effort is same as taking people in heart. Wu brought this girls' troop really need a way that is completely different before. Especially women's soccer mates, I don't think they're not good. I think they have high skills in Asia. In Taiwan, what's difficult is their attitude. Firstly, because I'm a man. Second, I'm a foreigner. Now, how to be cautious when communicating with them, have to watch out. Because bringing girls' team, don't say boys coach, girls coach too. Not very easy. Accompanied ball for a lifetime, bringing woman mates are the first time. Wu, who always speaks straightforwardly after times of experience, discovered girls' delicate minds always over-explain coach's words. For example, a shoot right? If I said, great, great, she'd think she's really great. But if I encouraged her, the second day she comes, she's proud. Know what I mean? When she shoots, I said, you can shoot better. Soon she's like this, no interest to pick. Just 2 days. I said, what's wrong? Nothing. Even words to encourage needs to be polished. Wouldn't it be tiring? Wu didn't mind. He said there's helper, senior in the team, Zhang. This is communication bridge. Then I'll stand in the middle of coach and junior, listen him and her. Then I told him the meaning. You mean translating? Yes. Good that teammates know his sincerity and mind after some years. Because we kicked it from before. If, say, it's hard to let go, if there's this stage the coach is willing, then we all want to continue. You have to seize this chance yourself. Because he isn't a Taiwanese, to us Taiwanese soccer wanting to develop, the heart is big. What Wu did for the team could only be described in one word: touching. This day, organized restroom, he is not resting yet. He puts one by one uniform that teammates need to use, all washed and ironed. Normally, when you go competition in foreign countries, they wouldn't wash the clothes themselves. What I mean by washing clothes, you need to practice, have to play well. They didn't think of this part. They thought, yay, I don't need to wash uniform, but why don't you need to? That part perhaps many teammates don't understand yet, but we don't say they want to understand, don't need. We still have to make it. Hope one day they can understand. Wu, who is not tall, never stopped his footpath. Then, knowing soccer is not popular in Taiwan, hard to find sponsors, just support financial of the team, he sold the house that he worked so hard for. Worth it. Because after gambling, selling a house is losing the house, but this won't lose anything. This is future investment. Investing future, not my future. It's everyone's, so many youngsters. Though the result of this day is not as wished, not getting any prize, seeing Wu's hard work this day, we all felt heavy. But Wu, who spranked his face throughout the competition, had a relaxed smile. Sport is fine. Because, not like other things in life, today competition is finished. We didn't win, didn't take champion, but there's always a next hope, next chance. This man from Turkey brought his family with his small but firm actions, hoping one day they'd be oasis in the desert. Our two characters today brought their love to Taiwan. Though in an unfamiliar land, they put in their efforts just like their own. Wish them all the best. Thank you for watching. See you next time.